Let us just remember Lord Krishna, Avatara as Sakshat, Parabrahma Paramatma. Just chant these two Upasana mantras of Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama 11 times. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare 6 times. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama 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 Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Friends, we are studying the Yoga Darshanam. In that only two things. Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. And in Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana, out of the 12 skandhas, is the 10th skandha which has in 90 chapters Bhagavan Krishna's Purna Avatar, all the Leelas, everything. And every skandha of Bhagavatam is given a name or title. And the first one is Adhikari Skanda, then second Sadhana, then third Sarga, fourth Visarga, fifth Sthanam, sixth Poshanam, seventh Utis, eighth Manvantarani, ninth Ishanugata, and to our surprise, the 10th Skanda name is Nirodha. So see the beautiful coordination, synchronization between it. Thus, the 10th skanda existing all Krishna Leelas. When we focus on in listening and studying, what is to be achieved in the yoga sadhana, that is achieved called as Nirodha. Here two ways. One, when the chitta vrittis through the Bhagavata Katha are only on Krishna, obviously all the Klishta vrittis get Nirodha. And this Lord Sambandhi Vrutthis, called as Aklishta Vrutthis, they help us in reaching to the Krishna Tattva, then uska bhi nirodh ho jata hai. This is from our side doing sadhana. But from the other side, that when our chitta vrittis are only off on Krishna, then the Krishna Bhagavan, being a conscious existing Paramatma, as he promises in chapter 7 of Gita and the chapter 18 and everywhere, कि मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते और अहं सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि. That Maya Antargata Triguna Pravaha, which is there in the form of the Vrutthis. Now, yesterday we saw the Trigunas are not stable, they are continuous Pravaha. So that right from the Maya through the Gunas and the Gunon के कारण वृत्तियों का जो प्रवाह है, भगवान कहना अपने अनुग्रह से निरोध कर देते. So from our side also, because of the vrittis are of Aklishta type of Bhagwan, Krishna, that the Vritti Nirodha is happening. From that side also, the Bhagavan helps us. And that is why, if you observe in Yoga Darshana Shastra, the three sadhanas are told for us for uh, establishing the self called as Kaivalya. Three levels, three sadhanas. In the first one, the Abhyasa Vairagya sadhana. At the second level, it is called Kriya Yoga sadhana. And the third one is the Ashtanga Yoga sadhana. To your our surprise, if you see, in all these three levels sadhanas, the common thing is the Ishvara Sharanagati, the Paramatma Sharanagati only. For example, kya? The clarity. When we were taught about Abhyasa Vairagya, in the first Samadhi Pada, all that having heard, as if when the disciple asked the Guru, so is there any easier technique than this of Abhyas Vairagya Sevhi for the Vritti Nirodha? What did the Guru say there in the first Samadhi Pada? Did not say Ishvara Pranidhanat Va. Va means alternative. अरे भैया तुम ईश्वर का प्रणिधान करो तो अभ्यास वैराग्य अपने आप हो जाएगा. So therefore, for the highest sadhana of Ishvara, Abhyasa Vairagya, also the Ishvara Pranidhana is a way with which our effort and God's grace together does accomplish the thing required, called as the Vritti Nirodha is equal to Asampragnata Samadhi, Asampragnata Yoga, Viveka Khyati, then Purusha Anubhuti, Paramatmana, Sarupa Avasthanam, then Kaivalya. Now, when we came to the second level of sadhana for second adhikaris, what was said there for them? Kriya Yoga. Now, in Kriya Yoga also, out of the three sadhanas, what are the three ones and what is the third one? Tapaha, Swadhyaya, again, Ishvara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga. Even the second level of the Kriya Yoga also, the Ishvara Pranidhana is said to be the means for the Chitta Vritti Nirodha or purification or klesha. There it is direct Vritti Nirodha in the first Abhyasa Vairagya Rupi Sadhana of the Samadhi Pada for the Uttama Adhikari. In the second Pada, for the second level of Adhikari, his problems are he'll have to remove the kleshas. Therefore, for the klesha removal also, again the sadhana, one of the three is Ishwar Pranidhanadva. आया कि नहीं दूसरी बार? आई एम टॉकिंग रिलेटिंग योग दर्शन विथ द कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी, कृष्ण अवतार, कृष्ण लीला अध्ययनम and becoming Krishna Bhakta. They are not two, they are complementary to each other. All sadhanas, if one can plan properly, think properly, understand properly, are complementable. They are complementary. At one time, one is predominantly required, other time, other one. But all put together take us to the beyond whatever is seen or obvious into that self. Aham Brahmatmaikya Bodha, if it is said in Vedanta, Swarupa Avasthanam in Kaivalya, it is said in the Yoga Darshanam, then reaching to Paramatma Sahijya in Bhakti Shastra, नाम अलग अलग है बाबा, अनुभूति तो एक ही है. Now again the third level of Ashtanga Yoga. For the very Prathama, the Manda Adhikari. Uttama Adhikari, Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam. Madhyama Adhikari, Tapaswadhyayeshwara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. Manda Adhikari. Uttama, Madhyama and Manda Adhikari ke liye, this one Ashtanga Yoga. And again in the Ashtanga Yoga, Yama Niyama Asana Pranayam Pratyahara Dharana Dhyana Samadhi. And in that again the first one, Yama. What are the ahimsa, satyamasteya, brahmacharya, parigraha? No, in the niyama. Because remember, without the yama and niyama, asana pranayama pratyahara cannot happen. Without asana pranayama pratyahara, one cannot withdraw his attention from the world to focus on his own mind's control, called as dharana dhyana samadhi. Is it not? Therefore, unless the first two are done, the next three cannot be done. Unless the next three happen, the last five cannot happen. Last three. So for the last three to happen, the second between three hona chahiye. That's called as asana pranayama pratyahara. For the asana pranayama pratyahara to happen, the first and second happen. And the first should lead to the second. In the second, again, there are five. Among all the five in the second, now what is the last one, you know? In the first Yama Sadhana, the five are Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. We'll discuss all that at length. Second one is called Niyama Sadhana. And in the Niyama, you know what are the five things? Shaucham, Shauchaha, Santoshaha. Second one. Third, Swadhyayaha. Fourth is again Tapaha. You know the fifth one? Ishvara Pranidhana. In the Niyama Sadhana, the fifth one is Ishvara Pranidhana only again. So when we through the Yama reach to the Ishvara Pranidhana, then only the asana, dharana, dhyana, asana, pranayam, pratyahara will happen. Then only dharana, dhyana, samadhi. That means what? When we are a sadhaka, jiva with upadhi level, come what may, struggle whatever independently, unless the grace of the Ishvara happens, neither the अभ्यास वैराग्य रूपी उत्तम साधना nor tapaswadhyaya रूपी kriya yoga nor the ashtanga yoga will happen at all. That is why in every of the truly genuine yoga sadhana doing yogins, whether the ashtanga yogin कहो, sorry whether the yoga मार्गी कहो, वेदांत मार्गी कहो, भक्ति मार्गी कहो, सब लोग उस ईश्वर का शरणागत होते ही हैं. And of that Ishvara, the Lord, the Paramatma, many of the expressions, one is Krishna, and today's Lord Krishna's Janma or Avatar. So Sri Krishna Avatara Ashtami, Prakatya Ashtami. And the Lord, where he should take Avatara? In the idol, in the outer thing, or in our own heart. And in our heart as what? As a Rupa, as a Nama, and as a Leelas. And through the Leela, what message is conveying us? He is conveying us only three messages. One is live life outside in the service. Second, inside, have the attitude of love, gratitude to everyone. And innermost, search for your true self. Be abiding in the true self inside. These are the only three things the Lord depicts in any of the avatars when He comes only to teach us. बेटा तुमको यही करना है अपने आप को मुक्त बनाने के लिए. We have to be mukta in our own atmanubhuti. We have to be mukta in our anthakarana. We should be experiencing the mukti only when we are in the world serving dynamically also. How can you do that? Only when you recognize the Lord everywhere outside and perform in the world outside only as service. In the heart also, when all the vrittis relate only to the Lord with inner devotion, that there is a inner mukti. And the innermost, when my vasanas have gone away, which are prompting me to become a jiva, and the jnanam has dawned there, which tells me that I am satyam jnanam anantam brahma, that there is moksha. All these we have to gain, we have to struggle. This struggle of ours is only to prepare ourselves and make us ready. But otherwise, it happens only by the grace of Paramatma, the Ishvara Pranidhana. That is why the Lord comes. Okay? For some jivas, the Lord comes to remove the dukkha. For some, the Lord comes jivas ke liye to give the dukkha, sukha, sorry. And for many, for very few seekers, the Lord comes to reveal our oneness with Him. So why the Janmashtami to be celebrated? For discovering ourselves to be that Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tamatra Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Namaha. So may our Janmashtami celebration be with full dhoom-dham outside, with full devotion inside, with deep meditation in the innermost. And Janmashtami is not a day and a year. Please remember, this one day of any festival is to renewal and do it every day. It's a refresh button. That means not once a year. Every year, and today's day we are restarting or reinstating or just going through the last year. What have we done? And adding improvement to that and again restarting. That's the meaning of every festival. ये नहीं जानते लोग. इसलिए जैसा जन्माष्टमी हो गया कल के दिन अब भूल जाते हैं. Then back into samsara. Again, Ganpati Bappa Moria has to come again to remind us. यार हमको भूल रहे हो तुम लोग. Anyway, let the Lord Krishna as Param Brahma happen in our hearts. Lord Krishna as Krishna Anubhuti happen in our hearts. And Lord Krishna in the Ishwarupa happen to us. And Lord Krishna as every Rupa be experienced by us. And none of these words should remain only as theory. Let them be practical. Let them be experiential. So, in that way, we just extended our Janmashtami prayers and wishes. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Yoga Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Om Sharushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha, Om Brahmane Shrutimatre, समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्याचार्यभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमो मेरि मे पूर्वे पूर्वं मद्वाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्यातः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यमृतोऽस्म्यहम् ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि नमः समस्त योग दर्शनाचार्यभ्यो नमः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण वेदांत योग दर्शन साधन द्वारा वृत्ति निरोध द्वारा आत्मानुभूति द्वारा कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से समस्त योग साधना विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठानां दिग्विजयार्थस्यां शुभतिथो पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्र से व्यासभाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ योग दर्शन आचार्याणां स्मरणं प्रार्थना ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षिये नमः पतंजलि महर्षिये 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 नमः व्यास 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 महर्षिये नमः श्री व्यास महर्षिये नमः मत श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रं द्वितीयः पादः साधना पादः ओम तपस्वाध्यायेश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रिया योगः समाधि भावनार्थः क्लेशतनुकरणार्थश्च अविद्या स्मिता राग द्वेष अभिनिवेशाः पञ्चक्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रम् उत्तरेषां प्रसुप्ततन्विच्छिन्न उदाहरणाम् अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसो नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्याति अविद्या दृग्दर्शनशक्त्योः एकात्मता इव अस्मिता सुखानुशयी रागः दुःखानुशयी द्वेषः स्वरसवाही विदिशोऽपि तथारूढः अभिनिवेशः ते प्रतिप्रसवहेयाः सूक्ष्माः ध्यानहेयाः तद्वृत्तयः क्लेशमूलः कर्माशयः दुष्टादुष्टजन्मवेदनीयः सति मूले तद्विपाको जात्यायुर्भोगाः ते ह्लादपरितापफलाः पुण्यापुण्यहेतुत्वात् परिणामतापसंस्कारदुःखैः गुणवृत्तिविरोधाच्च दुःखमेव सर्वं गुणवृत्ति अविरोधाच्च दुःखमेव सर्वं विवेकिनः हेयं दुःखम् अनागतं द्रष्टुदृश्ययोः संयोगः हेय हेतुः. Friends, we are studying in Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, second pada, the sadhana pada. In that, the Ishvara Pranidhanadi, we are seeing it, and the main topic is the root cause of all problems and how to eliminate. The root cause of all problems is kleshas. As long as the kleshas are there, we are samsari. When they are eradicated, we are mukta. So, in the topic, if the kleshas are not removed, how they lead to the klesha yukta karma, which create karmashaya, which leads to karma vipaka, which decides the what do you call drushta janma vedaniya jatyayur bhoga. Then, keeping all this in mind, how Viveki responds to the world in which he is put. Is he like others, tries to eliminate dukkha and get the sukha by doing this or that karma? No. He sees in every of the sukha of other than self dukkha only. This is a point we have to come to. Parinama tapa samskara dukkha hi gunavritya virodhacha dukkhameva sarvam vivekinaha. Then only the desire to the removal of the kleshas, which are the cause for pushing us to do the karma with karma phala sakti and bind to the samsara, all that can be understood and eliminated. Having described this now, a new, beautiful, very important, related topic only is discussed. And never ever forget that example of Chikitsa Shastram. That is about Sharira Roga, and here we are talking about the Bhava Samsara Roga. Chikitsa Shastram has got four things: Roga, Roga Karana, Arogyam, and Bhaishajyam. So, to the Bhava Roga में भी चार चीजें हैं. What is the Samsara Roga? Rogasya Hetuhu, Then the arogyam, that's called the moksha, and moksha se upayaha. And among these four, the first one was exhaustively explained. The samsara is dukkha bahulaha, that we have seen. Now the second one we are discussing, samsarasya hetuhu. Then the hetu nivarana becomes the samsara nivarana. And that hetu nivarana is done by samyak darshan. If the first three are not understood, no, the importance for the fourth will not be there in our life. मैं दुख रूपी संसार में हूँ और उसका कारण ये है और एक कारण को निकालना है और निकालने का ये पद्धति है. When I understand it, then only I give value to that paddhati. Like I am suffering. Suffering is because of disease. Disease has to be removed for removing my suffering, and this disease can be removed by the medicine. When I convince, then only I go for medication. Otherwise, if I don't recognize that I am suffering, if I don't recognize the disease, if I don't find the need to remove the disease, I will not go for the davaiya. So all of us are not doing the subtle, deeper sadhanas of spirituality only because we are neither recognizing the cause nor we are fully aware or accepting the dukkha and dukkha hetu. Therefore, Shastra is clearly putting it in front of us. Yoga Darshana Shastra पर्पस ही चारों हमको बताना है. So samsara is dukkha bahulam. It was all discussed. Now second is samsarasya hetuhu. What is that? Pradhana purusha samyoga. Now here Bhashyakara in this Sutra 17, which we are studying from last 4 days, very exhaustively, beautifully explains how the Pradhana Purusha or Prakriti Purusha or Drashta Drishya Samyoga is becoming, which is becoming दृष्टा और दृष्टि का संयोग हो रहा है, जो फिर से हो रहा है. किसके लिए? हेतु हो रहा है. किसका? संसार का. सो दृष्टा दृष्टा और दृश्य और प्रधान पुरुष संयोग इज द हेतु for the samsara called dukkha, and that is heyaha, that's to be rejected. Then moksha will come, and that's done through the samyak darshana. Slowly, the samyak darshana, in the word only you can see. In this word samyak darshana of the yoga, what we have studied just now in Vedanta, you can club. Therefore, what is the samyak darshana according to Vedanta? Ki purushasya asamsaritvam. Samyak darshana. Matlab, if you have the correct vision of the purusha, your own self, you will discover that self to be one without second. Arey bhai, in that one without second, who is there to create samsara to him? Therefore, Purushasya Samyak Darshanam is the Hetu again, is becomes the Upaya for the removal of the samsara in the Vedanta. Same here also, but the approached paddhati is through the Nirodha of the Vrutthis. तो यहाँ प्रकृति के ऊपर ध्यान देकर उसको हटाकर पुरुष को दिखाते हैं, वहां पुरुष को दिखाकर प्रकृति को हटाते हैं. माया को, प्रकृति को, whichever you call ignorance or vidya, they are all synonymous words. Okay, now to this Bhashyam yesterday of Vyasaji, to this Sutra Satra, we have studied in that what is the whole Sutram? Drashtru Drushyayoho Samyogaha. Okay, there is one called as Drashta, second is called as Drushya. These two are becoming Samyoga, that is becoming the Hetu for the Samsara Dukkha. And you don't want the Dukkha, therefore Dukkha का कारण को हमको छोड़ देना चाहिए. That chod dena is called as heyaha, to be given up. Heyaha means to be given up. So heyaha hetuhu. Hetu is heyaha. Hetu is to be given up. For what the hetu is to be given up? For the dukkha samsara. And for it is that hetu for the dukkha samsara, drashtu drushya samyoga. And how the drashtu drushya samyoga, which is heya, is given up only by samyak darshanam. How the samyak darshanam comes when you deeply understand. And in Vedanta, the deep understanding is only this much. As long as we value anything other than Brahman, we are caught in it. Whether it is by intellectual valuing it, emotionally valuing it, through the sense organs, perceptions, you are valuing it, you are valuing it by physical activities. So long the samsara will bind you. And the more you value the Parabrahma and you value the world, you just will see it goes away. In Gita, it said in in second chapter as Vishya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehinaha Rasavarjam. When you keep devaluing the world, world goes away from you. But it waits because those vasana होते हैं. That vasanas also go away. Param društva rasopi asya param društva nivartate. So instead of seeking the world, if you seek the Paramatma, Paramatma is seen. In the experience of Paramatma, even the final traces of ignorance also go away, which were projecting the world, which were giving the beauty to the world, which were creating desires for the world, which were making us slave to the world. That was the way in Vedanta. Yoga Darshanam also, the language is little different. That's all. Okay. Now comes a beautiful discussion here. For 3-4 minutes only we will do. वो टाइम तो कम है ना कि कहते हैं कि तथा च उक्तम. व्हाट इज उक्तम कि तत् संयोग हेतु वर्जनात् स्यात् अयम आत्यंतिक दुःख प्रतिकारः. So, Atyantika Dukkha Pratikara means totally removing of the Dukkha. When will the removal of the Dukkha will happen? When ki Sanyoga Hetu Varjanatu. The Hetu for the Samyoga of the Purusha and Prakriti, when it is removed. प्रकृति पुरुष का संयोग का हेतु को निकाल देने के कारण, निकाल देने से दुख का प्रतिकार होता है, मीन्स दुख इज रिमूव्ड. And that is in our choice, but after knowledge. As long as I have no knowledge, how can I choose? Because of the ignorance about the presence of the second choice of choosing to be liberated, that we are choosing as if inevitably the choice of getting bound. This is the biggest pathetic thing in today's world of Kali Yuga, where the second choice that by being spiritual you can get liberated is never shown anywhere. Therefore, choicelessly we are choosing to enter into the worldliness, getting ourselves bound. Is it not? हमेशा एक चॉइस है भाई, इस तरह से जाओ तो बंधन में जाओगे, इस तरह से जाओ तो मोक्ष होएगा. प्रेय का चॉइस भी है, श्रेय का चॉइस भी है, बंधन का भी चॉइस है, मोक्ष का भी चॉइस है, अनात्मा का भी चॉइस है, आत्मा का भी चॉइस है. देखो, everyone of us are not knowing the second choice and its glory, therefore we are going for it. It is true in our ignorance, in our immaturity, in the world, for our health, for our economic maintenance, for having a good life of being friendly with others, for being happy in a, what I say, being a member of a good organization. We have lots of choices, but not aware of the better choice. We are going for the third rate. Like sabun की बात करो. What suits to my skin and what is bad for my skin? Both are there, but I don't know what suits to me. Therefore, what is bad, that only I'm going for. You understand? Like this. For everywhere, for better and non-better, choice दोनों का होता है. But we are not becoming aware of the better things, which are very around us only. Like the people also. Thousands of people are there in the world. There is always choice for us to choose those who give us satsanga. But we don't know of them, we are not aware of them. And then फंसे रहते हैं, जो दुस्संग देते रहते हैं हमको दुनियादारी. We call them as friends and relatives, all humbug and nonsense only. But we have chosen that. We are becoming busy with them, we are becoming samsari with them. In that way, the organizational membership. There are so many. Which organization empowers you in your evolution? Being a member in which organization, you are bound on to the worldliness. अरे भैया चॉइस को जानो, किसको पकड़ने से आपकी उन्नति होगी. Here also, the Samyak Darshana is the one which keeps in front of us the clarity between the two choices. Either choose Paramatma and get liberated, or choose the world and get bound. Here, that is said in another technical language called as Samyoga Hetu Varjanat Syat Ayam Atyantikaha Dukkha Pratikaraha. The total removal of the Dukkha will happen when the Samyoga between Drashta and Drishya, उसका जो हेतु है उसको हम निकाल देते हैं. And what is the निकाल देना of the हेतु? Only Samyak Darshanam. And what is Samyak Darshanam? Choice. Choice. Consistently choose to be one with the God. How can anything other than the God bind us? Is it not? Consistently choose the world, not the God, then who can liberate us? In this way. Now, through an example, uh, a good thing is contained. Now, again, today also I have to skip it. Lack of time, can't explain to you. But एग्जाम्पल इतना 2 मिनट में बताकर छोड़ देते हैं. बिफोर दैट द व्यास भगवान भाष्यकार सेस कस्मात् हाउ डू यू एक्सप्लेन दिस की दुख हेतो परिहार्यस्य प्रतिकार दर्शनात्. ऑलवेज वी सी दुख का हेतु को निकालने से दुख का प्रतिकार हो जाता है. प्रतिकार मीन्स रिमूवल. Tadyatha, example. The three things we have studied day before yesterday, today also, very, very cute example and very, very subtlest message is conveyed to us. And this has connection with the first of the sutra or the first of the sadhana in the samadhi pada abhyasa. What is that abhyasa? तत्र स्थितौ यत्नो अभ्यासः, जो बताया ना, उसका इसका संबंध है. क्या संबंध है कल हम देखते हैं. बट बिफोर दैट द एग्जाम्पल इज व्हाट? द थ्री थिंग्स. वन इज द कंटका, second is the pada, third is the samyoga of both of them becoming the hetu for the samsara called as the dukkha, the pain. Is it not such a clear example? Kantaka, thorn, then the pada, the leg, then the piercing of kantaka into the top leg, then becoming dukhi. Now, micromillimeter closer, the kantaka is there to the leg. Still, will the leg get pain or will I get the pain? I will not. Then when will the pain come? Sanyoga. In that there are three options. One is what? The kanta can come from somewhere and chubo the leg. Second option is what? The leg can go and fall on the kanta. They both are sanyoga, which have become the hetu for the dukkha. The third option always is there, wherein you can protect your feet by not allowing it to fall on the kanta. You can save yourself by not allowing the kanta to chubo you. If that choice you know and execute, that's called samyak darshanam. Then that sanyoga will not happen, which is a hetu for the dukkha. So उस हेतु का हे कर दिया हमने, इसलिए दुख का अनुभव नहीं होता है ना. The three things that are told are three or four things. One, जाना ही बंद करो. सेकंड, जाना जरूरी है तो अच्छा रास्ता लो जहां कांटा नहीं है. थर्ड क्या है, अब कांटे वाला ही रास्ते पे जाना है तो क्या करें कि पाँव में चप्पल पहनकर जाओ. सो वेदर पहन के चप्पल जाओ या अच्छे रास्ते से जाओ या नहीं तो जाओ ही मत. All of these three are samyak darshanam by which the samyoga is not allowed between the pav as well as the kata. Therefore, that samyoga rupi hetu is not there. Therefore, the phala rupi dukkha will not be there. This choice is always with us. See the spashtata of the example. Then from the example, the sadhana will be conveyed. What it is, don't miss tomorrow's class. Very subtle. With the basis of the trigunas, Bhashyakara will explain to us. We will study it. कि एतत्रयं यो वेद लोकः लोके स तत्र प्रतीकारम् आरभमाणः भेदजं दुःखं न आप्नोति कस्मात् त्रित्व उपलब्धि सामर्थ्यादिति अत्रापि तावकस्य रजसः सत्त्वमेव सत्यं कस्मात् तपिक्रियायाः कर्मस्तत्वात् सत्त्वे कर्मणि तपिक्रिया न अपरिणामिनि निष्क्रिय क्षेत्रज्ञे दर्शित विषयत्व असत्त्वे तु तप्यमाने तदाकारानुरोधः पुरुषः अनुतप्यते इति. These 3-4 lines I need to explain 25 minutes. It will more. कल का दिन हम उसके लिए दे देंगे. So ध्यान से सुनना है हमको. So don't miss tomorrow's class. The crucial points they convey. Like through the example of the kanta, how spashta we have become in knowing that there are two choices of samyoga and asamyoga. If you do the samyoga, then will be dukkha. If you can do the asamyoga, there is no dukkha. दृष्ट दृष्टि का संयोग करोगे तो हेतु बनता है दुख रूपी संसार का, और हेतु का अहेय करोगे तो हेय और हेतु नहीं है कारण, तो कारण नहीं तो कार्य क्यों होगा, तो वह विल बी देयर दुख. See how very clear and very beautiful is Yoga Darshanam, as beautiful as Vedanta. Vedanta clearly tells you are the drashta for the entire Drik Jagat. Therefore, discover your drashtutva, the self. After that, the drashta drashya, everything is one Paramatma only. Sayaschayam Purusha Yascha Savaditya Saekaha. So let us become very sincere in our study and deep in our understanding and committed in sadhana and sure in our experience by the grace of Paramatma in the form of all devatas, especially Lord Krishna. Today is Sri Krishna Janmashtami. Sarvam Paramatma Charanarvindarvanamastome Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Thank you. Narayana.